The San Francisco 49ers have just received a wave of breaking news before their crucial Week 6 matchup against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and it's not what fans wanted to hear. As the team prepares for Sunday's game, a series of injury updates have shaken the roster, raising serious questions about player availability and how the 49ers will adjust heading into one of the most important games of their season so far. This week started with cautious optimism. The Niners were looking to bounce back strong, refine their rhythm, and solidify their dominance in the NFC. But instead, the focus has shifted toward recovery, roster management, and keeping key stars healthy. Several big names have appeared on the injury report, including offensive stars, key defenders, and even team leaders who are essential to San Francisco's identity on both sides of the ball. Let's start with the biggest concern, Deebo Samuel. The explosive wide receiver, who brings unmatched versatility to Kyle Shanahan's offense, has been dealing with lingering leg discomfort that's limited his participation in practice all week. Sources close to the team report that the staff is being extra cautious with him, as any setback could result in a longer absence. Samuel has been one of the team's emotional leaders and a nightmare for opposing defenses, both as a receiver and a rusher. His ability to turn short passes into huge gains defines much of the 49ers' offensive creativity. Losing him, even for one game, would significantly affect how the offense operates. Coach Shanahan spoke about Deebo's situation earlier this week, noting that the goal is long-term health rather than short-term risk. "We want him right for the rest of the season," Shanahan said. "Deebo's one of our most important players, and we'll make the call closer to game day." That statement suggests that while there's a chance Samuel could suit up against the Buccaneers, it's far from guaranteed. If he can't play, expect Brandon Ayuk to shoulder even more of the receiving workload, with Jawan Jennings stepping up in key third-down situations. Next up is Trent Williams, the veteran left tackle and one of the most dominant offensive linemen in football. Williams has been dealing with ankle soreness that limited his snaps last week. The 49ers coaching staff is monitoring him closely, as his protection of quarterback Brock Purdy's blindside is absolutely vital. The offensive line has already shown a few cracks this season against aggressive pass rushes, and losing Williams would be a major blow heading into a game where Tampa Bay's front seven, led by Vita Vea and Shaquille Barrett, can create chaos. Williams is known for his toughness, often playing through pain, but at this stage of his career, the staff is taking no chances. Reports indicate that he participated in light practice sessions, but will be a game-time decision. His presence on the field not only provides elite pass protection, but also brings leadership and stability to a young offensive unit. Without him, expect the 49ers to rely heavily on quick passing plays and extra blocking support from tight end George Kittle to keep Purdy upright. Another headline from this week's injury report involves linebacker Dre Greenlaw, who has been battling a nagging hamstring issue. Greenlaw's availability remains uncertain, and his absence could significantly affect the defense's speed and coverage versatility. He and Fred Warner form arguably the best linebacker duo in the league. Their chemistry, communication, and ability to read plays are unmatched. Greenlaw's physical presence helps set the tone defensively, especially in stopping screens and short passes, something Tampa Bay often uses with running back Rachaad White. If Greenlaw is unable to go, expect Oren Burks and Demetrius Flannigan-Fowles to rotate more snaps. While both are solid backups, neither brings Greenlaw's explosiveness or sideline-to-sideline speed. That could put extra pressure on the defensive line and secondary to tighten up their coverage and limit yards after contact. On offense, Christian McCaffrey remains the heart of the unit, and while he's not listed as seriously injured, he did receive extra rest this week. The 49ers are managing his workload carefully. McCaffrey's durability has been excellent since joining San Francisco, but given his importance to the offense, as both a runner and receiver, the coaching staff wants to ensure he's at peak condition heading into the mid-season stretch.
Expect him to play, but possibly with a lighter snap count if the 49ers can build an early lead. Quarterback Brock Purdy, meanwhile, continues to show resilience and leadership amid all the lineup uncertainties. Reporters who attended practices noted that Purdy looked sharp and confident, even as he worked with multiple combinations of receivers and linemen due to the injuries. He's proven capable of handling pressure situations, but this upcoming matchup against Tampa Bay's defense could be one of his biggest tests yet, especially if he's missing key weapons like Deebo or Trent Williams. The Buccaneers' defense, coached by Todd Bowles, is known for its aggressive blitzing schemes and physical secondary play. They'll likely test Purdy early and often, trying to disrupt his rhythm and force quick decisions. That makes the health of Williams and the chemistry with backup receivers all the more critical. Shanahan may lean on short, timing-based passes, play-action looks, and screens to keep Tampa's defense guessing. Defensively, the 49ers are also monitoring cornerback Charvarius Ward, who has been dealing with a minor shoulder issue. Ward is expected to play, but he's been limited in practice. His ability to match up with Tampa's big receivers, Mike Evans and Chris Godwin, will be crucial. Both Bucs receivers are capable of turning contested catches into momentum-changing plays. Ward's physicality and experience are key to keeping them contained. Beyond the injuries, there's also been buzz in the locker room following John Lynch's latest comments about the potential for roster moves. When asked whether the 49ers are considering trade options ahead of the deadline, Lynch hinted that the team is always evaluating opportunities to improve. That comment has fueled speculation that San Francisco might make an aggressive move to shore up depth, particularly along the offensive line or in the secondary. Lynch's history speaks for itself. When the 49ers see an opening to get better, they don't hesitate. His blockbuster move from McCaffrey last season turned into one of the best trades in recent memory. With the team battling multiple injuries now, it wouldn't be surprising to see another bold acquisition in the coming days, perhaps a veteran lineman or defensive back who can step in immediately. Inside the locker room, the message remains consistent: next man up. Kyle Shanahan has built a culture of accountability and preparation, ensuring that every player is ready to step in when called upon. Players like Elijah Mitchell, Ray McCloud, and Ambry Thomas could see expanded roles this week if injuries limit the starters. The 49ers' depth has been tested before, and it's one of the main reasons they've remained competitive despite constant challenges over the years. Still, the pressure is on. The Buccaneers are no pushover. Baker Mayfield has revitalized his career this season, playing smart, efficient football and avoiding costly turnovers. Tampa Bay's offense, while not explosive, has been steady and opportunistic. The 49ers' defense must stay disciplined, especially with several starters nursing injuries. Communication and tackling will be key to preventing big plays and controlling the tempo. As kickoff approaches, the biggest question remains: can the 49ers stay healthy enough to perform at their best? With Deebo, Trent Williams, and Greenlaw all questionable, Kyle Shanahan faces some tough decisions about snap counts and risk management. The coaching staff has emphasized that no single game is worth risking long-term injuries, especially for a team with Super Bowl ambitions. If the 49ers can manage to win despite the injuries, it will be a huge statement about their depth, resilience, and coaching. But if they struggle, it could prompt even more urgency from the front office to make a trade before the deadline. Either way, this week's developments show how quickly things can change in the NFL. One moment you're at full strength, and the next you're fighting to keep your stars on the field. The good news is that none of the injuries appear to be season-ending. Most are categorized as short-term, and the team remains optimistic that several key players could return soon. Still, the timing couldn't be worse, as the 49ers face a stretch of games that could determine playoff seeding in a tightly packed NFC. For now, all eyes will be on the pregame warm-ups at Levi Stadium. If Deebo Samuel and Trent Williams are in uniform, it'll be a huge boost of confidence for the team and fans alike.
If they're not, expect Shanahan to get creative, mixing in more motion plays, 2 tight end sets, and misdirection to keep Tampa Bay's defense guessing. Injuries are part of football, but for San Francisco, it always seems like they come at the most critical moments. Yet, time and again, this team has shown it can rise above adversity. Whether it's Purdy's poise, McCaffrey's dominance, or Bosa's relentless motor, the 49ers still have enough firepower to beat anyone, even when they're not at full strength. One thing is clear, the next few days will define the 49ers' midseason outlook. Between the injury recoveries, trade rumors, and a high-stakes game against Tampa Bay, this is a pivotal point in their season. Fans will be hoping for good news before kickoff, but no matter what happens, the 49ers remain focused on one goal: staying healthy, staying hungry, and staying in the Super Bowl hunt.